Well, welcome everyone to Keep Moving with Emily. My name is Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer, helping you keep moving. Today we're gonna get in a great full body workout where we're gonna kind of do a little bit of everything, a little bit of neuromotor exercise, upper body, lower body, cardio, core, using different timing formats. So it's gonna be super fun. You can do this workout totally seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling today. So obviously I've got a chair, I've got some water, I've got some different sets of hand weights, a tennis ball, and a TheraBand. So grab whatever equipment that you have handy, and we're gonna get started with our warm-up that is up on the screen along with the body scan. This is a tool I like to use to kind of help us check in with our bodies, see how we're doing today. Every day with MS is so different. So it's just a good way to help you, inform you on how you should move today. So I always do my warm-up seated, so going ahead and take a seat, sitting up nice and tall in your chair, core is engaged. Just take a big breath in and out. We're gonna check in from our head to our toes. So check in with your fatigue. How are you feeling today? How'd you wake up? The cool thing about exercise is it can actually help improve your fatigue. So as you notice how you're feeling right now, towards the end of the workout, hopefully you're feeling a little bit more energized. Check in with your mood. How are you coming to class today? Is life overwhelming, stressful, or are you joyful? Exercise can also help boost our mood. So, check in later at the end of the workout and hopefully you'll feel a little better, or you just stepped away from the chaos of life for a little bit. And then check in with cognition. Nice thing about these workouts is they're all written up on the screen so you can follow along. So if you ever get confused, just take a look at the screen and you'll be able to keep along with that. Moving down to the rest of our bodies, are we feeling any pain, tightness in our muscles, numbness, tingling? Just notice those things. If we're having any balance issues or leg weakness today, give yourself permission to do this seated if you need to. And last thing I like to do is set an intention. Why are you coming today? For me, it is just to move my body. So let's take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead, lengthen in the spine, exhale it out. And we're gonna get started with our warm-up. We're just gonna look from right to left for a little bit, and then we'll look up and down in a second. So we're just gonna inhale, look over one shoulder, exhale, look over the other shoulder, getting in a nice dynamic warm-up, gently moving through these motions from our head to our toes, get our bodies prepped and ready for our workout. Good, one more over to the right, over to the left, good. Now we're gonna look up to the sky. Bring your chin to your chest. Unless you get that weird electric zing, then don't do that. Just look up to the sky and bring your head back to neutral. Good. Looking up and down. Couple more. Good, last one, up and down. Perfect, moving into arm openers. So we're gonna open up those arms nice and big. I like to tap my foot to the side if that's possible for you, go for it. You can always do a side step if you're standing, or just shift weight from side to side. This is a really good one to open up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades, crossing those arms over, getting that blood pumping. Core stays engaged as we're sitting up nice and tall. Good. Nice. Yeah. All right. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna move into skier arms. So we're gonna reach those arms up to the sky, and then we're gonna hinge forward, bring those hands down to our side, almost like you're skiing. Reach up, exhale, bring it down. Good, inhale, reach, exhale, bend forward, swinging those arms up and down. I like to inhale, reach, exhale, breathe it down. Good. If it makes you dizzy, you can always just look forward as those hands come down to the side. You don't have to bend all the way forward. Nice. 2 more, reach, exhale, bend forward. Last one, good. And sit up nice and tall. We're moving on to those shoulder rolls. Bringing those shoulders around. I kind of like to add in my elbows. Good. Gives me a little bit better range of motion. Perfect. And go forward. Roll those shoulders forward. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. We're moving into our spinal twist. So just reaching across the body with that opposite hand to the opposite corner. Nice little reach. Twisting in the spine. If that's too much, you can just kind of twist and twist. I like to reach my hand. This is also warming up our brain as we reach opposite hand to that opposite corner. Warming up our trunk. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Moving into those reach overs. I like to place a forearm on my thigh and then reach that arm up and over. That feels really good. Or you can also place a hand on your hip as you reach from side to side. Getting a nice stretch in those shoulders and those side abdominal muscles. Perfect reach. Again, we're doing a dynamic warm-up where we're moving gently through all these motions. We're not holding anything for long. Our muscles are not yet ready for that. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, we're moving into knee hugs. So these ones require some balance. So I'd encourage you to sit down if you're not already seated, but we're gonna grab underneath that knee, pull the knee up to our chest, rotate in that ankle or point and flex the toe, and then we'll switch. Now, if we're experiencing some tightness or spasticity in those hips, you can also pull and release a few times on that leg, depending on how you're feeling. We'll do about 4 or 5 on each side, not holding for too long. Pull it up, rotate in that ankle or point and flex that toe. Good. Yes. Good work. Feels good in those hips. Perfect. Awesome. All right, moving into our hamstring scoops. I love this one just because it feels good in the body. It's kind of like a full body warm up. So you're gonna extend right foot out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. We're gonna reach down towards that heel and that toe, reach up to the sky, bring those hands down. So we're gonna stay here on this one side, do about 5 to 8 reps. Reach and scoop and then reach those hands down. So you're feeling this in the back of that leg as you reach towards that toe, as you reach up to the sky and bring those arms down. Nice stretch in the chest, shoulders. There's one warm-up move to do. This is it, does it all. Good, one more here. Hinge, scoop, and reach. Nice, pull that leg in, other side. Extend that heel out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. Reach and scoop, good. We're gonna see this hinging motion later. So this is really helpful to prep our bodies for some of these movements. Good. Keep breathing, keep gently moving. 2 more. Reach and scoop. Last one. Reach and scoop. Nice. All right, final one. We're gonna get that blood pumping a little bit. Legs are kind of wide, arms are wide. We're gonna touch opposite hand to opposite shin, knee, ankle, whatever feels good. A little bit of a windmill. So nice little spinal twist. Reach. Good. You got it. Reach. Perfect. We're not going for speed quite yet. We'll get there when we get to cardio. This is just a nice little warm up. One more on each side. Reach and sit up nice and tall and rest. Nice. Okay, warm-up's almost finished. You're gonna grab your tennis ball. We're gonna move into what's called neuromotor exercises. These kinds of exercises are great for our hand-eye coordination, brain-body connection. Exercises are gonna come up onto the screen. So grab that tennis ball and we're gonna get started. Here we go. So often with the workouts that I do, we just kind of do a random amount of time, but today we're doing 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, one time through all these exercises up on the screen. So again, you can always do this standing if it feels good to you. Stay seated if that's more comfortable. And if you drop your ball, it's just part of your workout to go get it. All right. So the whole idea is to work our hand-eye coordination. So make sure you're squeezing nice and tight to that ball when we're holding onto it nice and tight. We're gonna get started in about 15 seconds. So I just want you to inhale, squeeze that ball and kind of switch just to kind of warm it up. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release, switch sides. All right, in 5 seconds, we're starting with that pancake, tossing from right to left. Let's go. So, right to left, add in a twist in that spine if that feels good to you. Again, seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling. Tossing from right to left. Try not to look at the ball if you can, but if you have to, no worries. Good, halfway there, 15 seconds to go. Nice. All right, Keep moving. During our rest break, which is only 10 seconds, we're just gonna get prepped and ready for our next move. Rest. This next one is gonna go single hand toss. So I'm gonna have you go right side for 15 seconds, then left side for 15 seconds. You ready? Let's go. Dominant hand first. It can be tiny tosses, it can be big tosses. You can add in that twist if you so desire. Good. We'll be here for half the time, and then we'll switch hands. So right now we're dominant hand, strong hand, switch sides, non-dominant hand. This one's gonna be a little bit trickier. It can be tiny tosses, big tosses. Look at that ball each time. Squeeze that ball as it comes into that palm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good. Next one is gonna exchange in front and overhead. So we're gonna bring that ball in front of our chest, grab that ball nice and tight, open up those arms and up overhead. Let's go. In front, up overhead. Nice. In front. If you're seated, core stays strong, sitting on the edge of your chair. Reach those arms up nice and high. Grab that ball nice and tight each time. Perfect. If we're standing, slight bend in those knees. Good. You're halfway there. 15 seconds to go. Notice this is still kind of part of our warm-up. Arms are feeling nice and warm as we go in front and up overhead. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one, we're going behind our back. So we're gonna go clockwise and then counterclockwise. You're opening up that chest, grabbing the ball behind your back, and then in front. Let's go. Clockwise. Again, if you're seated, sit on the edge of that chair. Good. Sit up nice and tall, core is engaged, or if we're standing, whoop, keep going. Ah, go, go, go. See, we dropped the ball for now. It's okay if we drop the ball. It happens. Other direction, counterclockwise. You gotta really focus on grabbing that ball each time. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, quick little demo. If we're standing, figure eights are gonna be opposite hand to opposite knee. I'm shifting my weight as I touch that ball to that knee. I'm gonna stand up, switch hands, shift weight to the other side. That's our figure eight for standing. Kind of looks like an ice skater. If we're seated, legs are wide, we're gonna go under left, under right, over right. You decide which version you want to do. We're gonna get started in 8 seconds. Seated or standing. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna start seated and finish with standing. Let's go. Under, over, or you're shifting weight from side to side, touching opposite hand to that opposite knee. Good. Under, over. Figure eight, channel that inner basketball player. For those of us standing, we are here. Good, you're halfway there, 15 seconds to go. Perfect. Last exercise up on the screen is gonna require some coordination. Keep that in mind. 3, 2, 1. We're doing a bounce and catch. If you have to use both hands, use the desk in front of you for a smaller bounce, or standing or seated. So this is gonna be the most challenging one. Let's go. Bounce, catch. You can catch with opposite hand or same hand. Whatever feels good. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Good. If you've got like a desk or a table in front of you, you can do small ones. If we're seated, we're here. You can catch with both hands, one hand, alternate. You got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Put that ball down. Grab some water if you need it. Grab your weights, and we are gonna start with upper body exercises. I'm gonna show you those exercises up on the screen, so let's go. We're gonna be doing upper body exercises. We are working for 45 seconds, resting for 15, and then we're gonna do these exercises twice through. So we're gonna go through them once, and then we're gonna go through them again. So by the round 2, you're gonna know what you're doing. It's great. And we're gonna be focusing on upper body, so this can be done totally seated, or if you wanna stand, you can do that as well. You can use weights, no weights, up to you, however you are feeling. Let's do this. I'm gonna run us through these real quick because our rest breaks are somewhat short. So we've got SSD curls. So that means single, single, double curls. We're working those biceps. So single, single, double, okay? Single, single, double curls, then single, single, double presses. So up with the right, up with the left, then both. Again, using one weight, you can use no weights or 2 weights, okay? Then we got reverse flies. We're opening up those arms nice and big, like you're flying away, okay? So we're squeezing in those shoulders as we open up the arms. You can stand each time, or if we're seated, we can be hinged over and open. And then if you need to take a break with that back, just sit up nice and tall. Final one is a shoulder tap, chest press. If you've got like a wall or a door or something solid, a countertop or a desk in front of you, you can always do opposite arm to opposite shoulder with a push-up. So that's gonna be like your most challenging option, or you can stand and do opposite hand, opposite shoulder, chest press, or seated. Cool? So we've got these 4 rounds, twice through, working your upper body, seated or standing. Are you ready? We're gonna get started in 15 seconds. Grab those weights. Stand up if you'd like, stay seated if you like. We're starting with those curls. Roll those shoulders down and back. Single, single, double curls. And starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So up with the right, up with the left, then both. Good. Single, single, double, nice, single. If you're seated, check in with your posture. Are you sitting up nice and tall? Core is engaged. Sitting on the edge of your chair. If we're standing, slight bend in those knees. Core still engaged. Good, 20 seconds to go. Again, we're working for 45 seconds, resting for 15, and moving on to that next exercise. Good, we're working those biceps. Single, single, double. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, we're moving into those shoulder presses, single, single, double again. So I want you to get those weights up to those shoulders. You can go wide presses or narrow presses where your wrists face each other, whichever feels best for you. You ready? Let's go. Up with the right, press it up, bring it back down. Up with the left. Now both. I like to breathe out as I reach that weight up to the sky. It gives me a little bit more oomph. Good. Again, if we're seated, we're going single, single, double. Nice. Now, if the weights get too heavy, you can always drop them and still do the motion without the weights. Or if you need just to use one weight, you can just do good old shoulder presses up to the sky with one weight. Nice. 12 seconds to go. We're almost there. Single, single, double. These single presses really challenge our core because it's challenging our center of gravity, and rest. Woo, shake out those arms. Next one is that reverse fly. So we're kind of bent over, slight bend in the elbows, and we're gonna open up the chest, squeeze in those shoulder blades, and bring those weights back together. Seated or standing, you ready? Let's go. So open up those arms nice and big. Reverse fly. Now, as I'm hinged over, if my back's like, ooh, I can stand, a little break, hinge back over, reverse fly. Good. I can keep those weights to my side if I'm seated. Slight bend in the elbow, open up, squeeze in those shoulder blades as you bring those weights back. Again, I can sit up, take a little bit of break, and go back at it. We're working those postural muscles, those back muscles. Good. 10 seconds to go. You're crushing it. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Last exercise is that shoulder tap, chest press, or that push-up. I'll probably do a little bit of both. So you can do seated or standing. Weights are out here. We can go tap, tap, chest press, or that push-up. Let's go. So shoulder tap, chest press. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Bring those elbows back. Push those weights forward. Good. Keep working. Maybe you're using that desk, wall, countertop. Opposite arm, opposite shoulder. Bringing that nose towards that wall, door, desk. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Stay strong. Hey, if we have to drop those weights, do with no weights. That's okay. Elbows back, push, pull. Less than 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. We have 30 seconds to recover, and we're going back to the top to those single, double curls with weights. Maybe you want to lower your weights, drop the weights. Maybe you want to try this version standing. Maybe you want to take a seat. Totally fine. We're going to get started in 15 seconds. If you need to take a quick swig of water, go for it. All right, let's do this. We start in 5 seconds. I'm going to start seated, but I might end standing. Ready, go. Single curl, both. Good, keep those elbows really close to your side. We're just bringing that weight up to our shoulder, lowering. Good, single, double. If we're seated, how's our posture? You sitting up nice and tall, sitting on the edge of that chair. Good, sometimes just like a verbal reminder helps us kind of reset our posture. Good. You're almost finished. Just think, you don't have to see this exercise again. You got 10 seconds left. Single, double, nice, and rest. Perfect. All right, same thing with those presses, single, double. Drop the weights, keep the weights the same, or if you need to, just go to a single weight and you can just do a single press up to the sky. I'm gonna start seated and then I'll probably finish standing. You ready? Let's go. Single, double. You can have arms go wide, nice little wide shoulder press, or you can try wrists kind of face each other, more of like a military press. Whichever feels better to you, that's what I want you to do, or alternate. You can go wide press, or that narrow. Good. Like I said, you can always do a single weight press up to the sky if that feels better. Good, you got 10 seconds left. We're almost finished. Stay strong. Good, and rest. Perfect. All right, we're moving into that reverse fly. So we're kind of bent over slightly, core is engaged, slight bend in those elbows, and you're gonna open up, bring those elbows back, squeeze in those shoulder blades, and then close, seated or standing. Let's go. Reverse fly, squeeze as you open up those arms, almost like you're flying away. Good. Perfect. Open. If you need to take a break, sit up, stand up nice and tall, and get back to it. If we're seated, my chest is towards my thighs. I'm opening up those arms, bring those weights wide. 15 seconds left. Take a break if you need to. 10 seconds left. We won't have to see this one again. And then we'll finish with those shoulders and chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Again, you're either doing an opposite hand, opposite shoulder, no weights, or use that wall, desk, countertop for those push-ups and shoulder taps. I'm starting here. Ready? Let's go. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Push up if we're on a wall. Countertop. Something stable. Good. Maybe we're going no weights. We're working our brain as we touch opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Then you're bringing those arms back, pushing forward. Good. Again, we can do this one seated too. You got 20 seconds left. Core stays strong. Ooh, these weights start to get heavy. I'm using 5 pounds, but they're intense. 10 seconds left. No shame in dropping weights or changing it up to make sure we end successfully. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right, grab some water, drop those weights. We're moving into cardio, and we're doing a fun format called an EMOM, which means every minute on the minute. I'm gonna explain what that looks like in just a second. So, grab some water and get ready for some cardio. All right, so as you take your water, I'm gonna explain EMOM. So, what's gonna happen is we've got 5 exercises up on the screen, which means we have 5 minutes of work. First minute's gonna happen, and we're gonna be doing jumping jacks. You can choose to do 30 jumping jacks. You can choose to do anything between 30 and 50 jacks. So you're counting your own reps. Once you hit your rep count, let's say you choose 30, once you're done, you are done until that next minute of work begins, okay? So the idea is if I can get done with these quicker, then I have more rest before the next set of exercises. Now, if counting and doing an exercise is just like too much, you can also just work for 45 seconds and have 15 seconds rest. I will let you know both things. So you can decide, like maybe once you get to 30, I'll kind of let you know where we're at in time. If you want to do a few more and then rest, that's up to you. So once you get those 30 jacks done, let's say, then we rest. I'm going to let you know when that next minute of work is going to start. And then we do the next exercises, knee raises. So we're going to be doing jumping jacks. They can be up overhead. They can be a seal jack. They can be seated. They can be standing with or without lower body. All right. Knee raises are either nice little marches, okay? 1, 2, 3. It can be easy count or hard count. It can be 30 total or 30 on each leg. If we're seated, we can be here, marches, or you're just pumping your arms. Again, choose your own count or work for 45 seconds, rest for 15. Then we got rope climbs. Again, hard count meaning 1, 1, 2, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choose between 30 and 60 reps. That's your next exercise. Then crossover punches, same idea. 1, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just punching across the body, seated or standing. And then that final exercise is a cherry picker. Hands to the sky, hands to the hips, down to the ground if we're squatting, or if we're standing, mini squats, or seated option, hands to the sky, hands to the hips, reach forward. All right, so we're gonna go through one round, and then we're gonna do it all over again. So if maybe the first round you choose that first like 30 reps, and you're like, that was like not enough work and I wanna do a little bit more, then add some more reps, okay? I'll let you know where we're at on time, but again, once that first minute is over, next exercise begins. So get ready. We gotta stay mentally engaged with the rep counts, or you just work for 45 seconds. Okay, we start in about 15, starting with jumping jacks. I'm gonna attempt 40 personally, but you choose your own count. I'll let you know where we're at. You ready? And begin, go. Good. We're at about 15 seconds in. If you hit that 30 rep count and you want to work a little bit longer, go for it, or rest. We're at 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. Good. All right, I'm going to take a rest. We have about 15 seconds left until our minute is up. So you decide if you want to rest for these next 15 seconds. And then we're moving on to that next exercise, which is knee raises. You're either marching in place or you're doing it seated, standing, seated, 30 to 60 reps. Let's go, begin. Good, so you're either working for 45 seconds and resting for 15 and not worrying about a count, or you pick a count, 30 knee raises. It can be 30 on each side, or 60 on each side, or 30 total. That's up to you. Good. 30 seconds down. Keep working. Good, maybe once you hit that rep count, you get to rest. You decide on your rep count, or if you're doing that 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, you rest now. Good. This first round gets a little tricky. All right, we got rope climbs next. 30 to 50 reps, single, like it can be 1-1 or each one counts. Ready? Next minute work, let's go. Good. Maybe you hit your rest count, rep count. You got 30 seconds in. If you hit that rep count, rest. If you're doing that 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, you rest now. Good. In 15 seconds, we go to our next exercise, which is those crossover punches. So I'm gonna choose 30 total, and then I'm gonna rest. So when I hit that 30, I'm gonna rest no matter what. We start in 5, 4, but you decide your rep count. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you hit 30 and you're like, I wanna keep going, then you keep going, or you rest. 45 seconds to go. Good. If you hit that rep count, go for it and rest, or you keep working. 30 seconds down. We got 30 seconds until our next exercise. If you're doing that 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, you're resting in 10 seconds. Keep working. Catch your breath. Good job. All right. We have 15 seconds before we finish our last exercise of this first round. You got cherry pickers. I'm gonna go for 20. That's my goal. You decide. What number are you going for? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. Keep going. All right, I hit my 20. I'm gonna rest. There's 30 seconds until the end of this round. You keep going. If you're working for 45 seconds, resting for 15, you stop in 5 seconds. Keep working. Good. 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Nice. All right, now we've gone through one round, and you kind of have an idea of how this is going. Decide what worked best for you. Do you want to do rep counts again and just choose a number, and then once you're done, you rest? Or do you prefer a time, working for 45 seconds, resting for 15? You decide. We're moving on to our next round of all these one more time. We've got jumping jacks. Choose from 30 to 50 reps. We start in about 15 seconds. So, are you ready? In 3, 2, begin, go. Good. You got about 30 seconds of work left. My goal is to get to 40. I'm gonna hit my rep count, I'm gonna rest, but you keep going. If you're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, you've got about 10 seconds of work left. 3, 2, good. We have 15 seconds till our next exercise, so go on ahead and rest if you want to, or keep going. We got knee raises next. 30 to 50. Again, every minute on the minute, so when this minute starts, you start those rep counts or that 45 seconds of work. You ready? Begin. Now, I'm going for hard count. Each one, right, left is 1. I'm gonna shoot for 40. That's up to you. Maybe you're marching in place, maybe you're marching seated. 45 seconds of work to go. Or you're just working for 45 seconds. That works too, or you're counting those reps. You keep going. Nice. 30 seconds of work left. I hit my rep count, did you? You keep working. If you're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, you've got about 5 seconds left till you rest. Good. All right, 15 seconds till our next exercise, those rope climbs. You decide, 30 to 50. Are you going 1, 2? Are you going 1, 1? You decide. I'm shooting for 40 on each side. We'll see how I do. See if I can get it done before a minute. Ready, let's go. 45 seconds to go till this minute is over. Good. Keep it up. 30 seconds of work left till this minute is up. If you hit that rep count, rest whenever you're done, or if you're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, we stop in 5 seconds. Good. All right, 15 seconds rest until our next exercise, those crossover punches. Are you ready? Choose that rep count, or you're working for 45 seconds of work. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, crossover punches. Let's go. Your challenge is to see if you can get more reps this round before that minute is up. Good. Speed it up if you can. Stay safe, 45 seconds of work to go. Once you hit that rep count, you get to rest. 30 seconds of work till that minute is up. Woo! Keep working, keep working. You got about 10 seconds left if you are doing the 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds rest. 3, 2, 1, good. You got 15 seconds to rest till our final exercise, those cherry pickers. I think I did 20 last time. I'm gonna see if I can do it again before the minute is up. We start in 5 seconds. Cherry pickers. Ready? Begin. Keep it up. If you want to challenge yourself, you're going to work this full minute. That's up to you. Or if you hit your rep count, you get to rest. Good, 45 seconds of work left. You're doing awesome. Again, you get to choose. Once you hit that rep count, you get to rest, or you're going to work this full minute. That's up to you. 30 seconds left. Nice. We got 15 seconds left till the end of that minute. If you've hit your rep count, you can rest. Woo, 10 seconds to go. Let's keep working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Woo, nice job. EMOMs are no joke. They're fun, they're challenging, they keep us cognitively engaged, also while challenging our cardiovascular system. All right, we've done neuromotor, we've done upper body, we've done cardio. What's next? Lower body. You guessed correctly. We're doing the same timing as we did for our last strength, which is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, twice through. Exercises are coming right on up. All right, lower body exercises up on the screen. We're working for 45 seconds, resting for 15. We're gonna go through all 4 exercises and then go through them again. All right, sit to stand, good old stand up, sit down. Use your walker, chair, countertop in front of you if you need extra balance. If sitting and standing doesn't work for you, your modification is good old leg extensions. Lift the toes, squeeze in the quad. Cool. We're there for 45 seconds. We rest for 15. Then we got deadlifts. This is gonna work our hamstrings, so a couple of options. Seated option, I like to have my feet out in front of me, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. I can hold on to weights or no weights. I'm gonna hinge forward, bring my chest towards those thighs. Feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Push through those heels and sit up nice and tall. Great option. If you've got a rolly chair or a rollator or a wheelchair, you can also push and pull yourself forwards and backwards using those heels, working those hamstrings. That's a really great modification for a seated option. For those of us standing, maybe balance is a little tricky, but I can bend forward and touch a chair and then stand. Great option. Push those hips back, touch that chair, push through those glutes and stand. Or if you want to use weights, a good old deadlift, slight bend in those knees. I'm going to drag those weights down to my knees, squeeze in my glutes and stand. Again, we're working our hamstrings and our glutes. If we feel this in our back, we're probably rounding in the back. So you got to keep that back flat. As you hinge forward, feel a nice stretch, up and squeeze. Okay, then we got some squat taps. Hanging onto our chair, walker, countertop, whatever. Tap the foot to the side, bring it back to center. Out to the side, bring it back to center, okay? Slight bend in those knees. Seated option, Tap that foot wide, bring it back to the center. If I need to physically lift, that works too, okay? And then our final one is a single leg balance. So maybe we just hold a knee up if we're seated. We're gonna go right side for the first round, and then the second round we'll do left side. Hold it as long as you can, and then let that foot come down. Up and hold. If we're standing, you're gonna bring that knee up as high as you can, hang on to something, work that balance. Cool? And then we'll do the other side on the second round. Let's do this. Lower body, starting with those sit to stands or leg extensions, up to you. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So stand up, sit down. Nice, slow and controlled. Find that balance, sit back down, or we're doing good old leg extensions. You decide, 30 seconds to go. Good, so we're standing up, find that balance, sitting down. Working those quads, glutes, hamstrings. You're crushing it. 15 seconds of work until we rest. Nice job. Perfect. 5 seconds left. Then we're moving into those deadlifts. Hamstring work. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, again, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. I can hinge forward. I can push and pull myself forward and backwards. I can use weights or just kind of bend forward and touch that chair. You decide which version you want. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm either doing a nice little hinge forward, back stays flat, let those weights drag to my sides, squeezing the glutes and stand, or I'm touching that chair and then standing. Push those hips back. I'm not bending in my knees too much because I want to feel this in my hamstrings. Good. Good, as I hinge forward, find that tension, squeeze in the glutes and stand, or we're doing it seated, hinge it forward, back stays flat. Good. This first round, we're just kind of figuring out which version we like. Second round, you know what you're doing. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Okay, we're moving on to those squat taps. So you decide which version you want to do, seated, tap to the side, bring it back to center, or standing. Use that chair, walker, countertop for balance. We start in 5 seconds. You ready? Squat taps, slight bend in those knees if we're standing. We're gonna tap it to the side, bring it back, feet back together. Other option, I can always step, shift weight, and come back to center. Shift weight. We're working inner thigh, outer thigh, glutes, quads. A little bit of balance. Good, obviously hanging on to something for balance if we need it. You can also do a side step if that feels good. 20 seconds of work left. Seated option, we're just tapping the side, back to center, or I'm physically lifting that leg. Awesome job. 10 seconds left. Keep breathing, keep moving. Then we got some single leg balance. Here we go, and rest, good. All right, we're gonna do left foot on the ground, right knee is gonna be up. So either seated, we're gonna hold, standing, holding on to something with that right leg up. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Find that balance. Please hang on to something for safety. If you want to do a little bit of ankle rotation, go for it. Now obviously, depending on your balance, you can try with no hands, but safety is key. So don't do anything risky or dangerous. You know, if we need to take a seat, just lift that knee. If I need to hang on to that knee, go for it. See how long you can hold it up for. If it drops, that's fine. Pick it back up. We got 15 seconds left. You're doing so good. Keep balancing. Or if you just want to stand. Standing is an exercise too. Perfect. 5, 4, find my balance. 3, 2, 1. Quick rest. Good. Back to the top. Sit to stands, leg extensions. You decide. Grab a swig of water if you need it. It is warm in this gym of mine. Next time I'm turning on a fan. All right, in 15 seconds, we're gonna get started. Last time through with these sit to stands. You ready? We start in 10 seconds. You either standing up, sitting down, or good old leg extensions. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Push through those heels. Stand up nice and tall. Squeeze in those quads. Glutes. Nice. Awesome. You got this. Like I said, you can also just stand and shift weight from side to side. Great exercise for these sit to stands. We can do anything for 20 seconds, then you won't see this exercise again. Nice job. Sit to stands. Final 10 seconds. You are crushing it. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, hamstring work next. You're either pushing yourself forward and backwards in your chair, walker, wheelchair. We're doing those hinging forward deadlifts or standing ones. We start in 3, 2. I'm just gonna do my chair one where I just reach for that chair, squeeze in the glutes, and stand. Hinge forward and stand. You can use those weights. You can do it seated. You can do it standing. Whichever version feels good for you. We're finding that stretch, or that tension in the back of that hamstring, squeezing those glutes. Good. I love this seated option in like a desk chair, wheelchair, walker. When you push and pull yourself forwards and backwards, you're really gonna feel in those hamstrings. You got 10 seconds left. Stay strong. I'm here with you. I feel the burn. Hinge. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, we got squat taps next. Tap that foot to the side, bring it back to center. Maybe you're stepping, maybe you're doing a little bit of a side step. That works too. Working for 45 seconds, resting for 15. Begin. Squat tap, let's go. Or you're doing a little bit of a side step. That works too. Maybe I'm shifting my weight, stepping out to the side and bring it back to center. Good. If you're seated and you are picking up that leg physically, you are moving those hips, you're moving those legs. As long as you keep moving, I'm good with it. 20 seconds left. Then we won't see this one again. Then we're gonna finish a little bit of balance on that right leg. Let's go. 10 seconds left. You're doing awesome. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Our right foot is on the floor this time. Left knee is up. Seated or standing. Find your balance. Core is strong. Legs are strong. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds of single leg balance. Add in a little ankle rotation if you can. If that feels good to you. Good. Those of us seated, that knee is up. Maybe I'm physically holding that leg. Maybe I'm letting go, see how long I can hold it up for. We're working balance, we're working hip flexor strength. Come on. What can you do for 20 seconds? That's all you got left. Then we are moving into core, and then we rest. Stretch it out and call it a day. 15 seconds left. Stay focused, stay strong. You've got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job, everybody. Grab some water. Moving on to core. You're almost finished. You're doing so good. We're only doing one set of 30 seconds for each of these exercises up on the screen, our core exercises. We're gonna rest for about 10 seconds in between. You've got this. Okay, we got starfish. So you're hinging forward, touching those ankles, leaning back halfway. Y, big arms open. Exhale, crunch it forward, okay? You can always include lower body if you so desire. We're there for 30 seconds. Then we got bicycles. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. You can do windmills. You can just lift the leg, touch. That's up to you, or just twist from side to side. And then butterfly sit-ups. Kind of feet are together. We're just gonna do good old like elbows to knees, lean it back, elbows to knees. That's gonna be our butterfly sit-up. Alternating V-ups. These ones are a little tricky. I added some of my seated ones. So we're gonna go, you're gonna crunch up, touch opposite leg. You're gonna crunch up and then touch opposite leg. If you're able to lift, awesome. If not, no worries. Then we got sit up to 2 punches. I'll remind you of what each of these are. Sit up, 2 punches, okay? We'll get started, and then if we need to take a break, we will. We're starting with those starfishes. Feet are together. 30 seconds of work for these starfish. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. So hinge forward, touch those ankles, lean it back, arms open wide. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch it forward. Good. Nice work. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it down. Nice. 10 seconds left. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last one. And rest. Good. We got bicycles next. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, or you can just touch. Up to you. Or do those windmills. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Working those obliques. Maybe I just touch my knee. That's fine with a little bit of a twist. Cool. Or touch that shin. Or you're just twisting elbow to knee. Halfway there, 15 seconds. Last 10. And then we got butterfly sit-ups or just a good old regular sit-up is next. 3, 2, 1. Good, rest. I like to have my hands on my shoulders as I lean back, touch those shoulder blades to the back of my chair. Exhale, elbows to those knees. Breathe out as we come forward. Let's go. We're working that core. You can still get a really great workout for your core from a seated position. And we are showing that with these 8 exercises up on the screen. Good. Nice. 10 seconds left. Then we got that alternating V up, or we're just gonna touch opposite hand to opposite shin as we do a sit up. Rest. Good. So as I sit up, I want you to touch a shin, and then we're gonna lean it back. Exhale, reach it forward, touch a shin. If you're able to lift the leg, even better. Let's go. So we can be here, or crunch it forward and reach opposite hand to opposite shin. Or if you're able to lift a leg, cool. So I'm touching those shoulder blades each time. Touch it opposite, opposite. Or that knee. We're working our brain. We're working our body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, rest. Good. If you're feeling that core, we're doing a sit-up. Sit up nice and tall. Punch across back to that sit-up. Ready? Let's go. Punch, punch. Lean it back. Sit up. Punch, punch. I try to incorporate punching into my workouts. It's a great way to channel any energy, frustration in a healthy way. This is it. Nice. You're almost done. 10 seconds left. Stay strong. Sit up. Punch, punch. Let's go. Sit up. Punch, punch. Next exercise is a nice little twist. So good. Rest. You can either twist from side to side, sit up nice and tall, or lean it back slightly and twist from like hip to hip. I just have my hands together. If you want more, use a weight. Let's go. Twist. Core is nice and strong as we twist from side to side, or lean back slightly and twist, touching hip, then hip. Good work. Perfect. Just think we got 2 more exercises. 1 minute of core exercises left. And then we're stretching it out and calling it a day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's your challenge. For those of us seated, we're gonna do knee tucks. So I'm kind of leaned back in my chair and I'm holding onto my chair. I'm lifting both of those knees. I can kind of pop those toes to lift those knees and jump them up. That's gonna be your most intense knee tuck, okay? Bringing those knees up towards that chest. Now, if that's not an option, if you can lean back and do little marches, awesome. If that's still not an option and lifting the feet's not good, I want you to go back to that knees to elbows or sit up and reach, okay? So lean it back, sit up, and reach instead of a knee tuck. You decide which version. Try the knee tucks, see if you can do 2, 3, 5, 10. And we're gonna work that core a little bit more. Here we go. We start in 3, 2, 1. So you can do those knee tucks. That's the most difficult option. Maybe we do marches as I lean back. Awesome. If that doesn't work, I can do elbows to knees, or I can do reaches. You decide which version. You've got 10 seconds left. You're crushing it. And we got penguins as our final exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Final exercise, penguins. We're reaching from side to side. Fingertips to the ground. You're working those obliques. Chest stays high. Ready? Let's go. Reach and reach. You should feel tension right here in those obliques as you reach those fingertips down from side to side. Yes. For more, you hold weights. I didn't have time to grab weights, so we're just going body weight, which is always a great option. 10 seconds left, and then we're stretching it out and calling it a day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. You did it. Workout complete. We're going to stretch it out, call it a day. We never want to neglect this part of our workout, so grab some water while I change up our music. Let's do this. All right. As we stretch, I want you to check back in with your body. How did you come to the workout? How are you finishing the workout? Physically, mentally, emotionally. So as we stretch, just kind of check in with your own body. So take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead. Fill up those lungs. Exhale it out, arms come down. Good. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale it out. Last time, inhale, reach. Keep those arms up overhead as we breathe out. Grab one wrist and just kind of gently pull it to one side. Nice stretch in those obliques and shoulders. Inhale, reach it up. Switch sides as we exhale and pull. So glad that you joined me for this awesome workout. Reach it up, exhale it out. Bring those arms back behind. Open up that chest. Full body workout complete. You've worked your brain, you worked your body. Feels good. Inhale. Exhale, round in the back. Reach those arms forward like you're hugging a tree. As we stretch, I also want you to just thank your body for how it has moved for you today, how strong it's been for you. Good, shake it out. Good, inhale, arms up overhead to warrior 1. Exhale into warrior 2, push those walls away, fingertips up. Bring one arm across the body, hug that arm to your chest, rotate in the wrist. Good. Inhale and exhale, shake it out. And reach arms up overhead, warrior 1. Exhale, press it out, warrior 2. And the other arm comes across our body, hug that arm to your chest, rotate in the wrist. Nice stretch down the back of our arm. Good, big breath in and exhale, shake it out. Let's stretch out this lower body. So I want you to extend that right foot out in front, heels from the ground, toes pointed up. I want you to reach as far as you can. Maybe it's just to your knee, shin. If you're able to touch your toes, awesome. Get a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. Pull those toes up towards your face if you can. Get a little bit of that calf. Breathing while we stretch is really important too, so take nice big deep breaths in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Grab underneath that knee. Pull the knee up towards our chest. Rotate in that ankle, point, flex the toe. Nice little knee hug here. Notice we're holding these stretches a little longer. We can do that once our muscles are nice and warm. We don't want to stretch like this when they're cold because it's a good way to pull a muscle. Gently grab that ankle, place it on top of your thigh, hinge it forward or bend forward. Bring that chest towards that leg. Getting a nice glute stretch. Feels so good. Good. All right, pull that knee up, place the foot on the floor, other side. So extend that left leg out, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. Reach for your knees, shin, calf, or shin, that's it, knee, shin, or toe. Words are hard. Good. As we breathe in, I want you to grab underneath that knee, pull that knee up towards your chest, rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe. Thank that lower body for how strong it's been for you, whether you did exercises seated, standing, maybe you did a combo. Be proud of yourselves. Maybe you tried something new today, you challenge yourself. We got to celebrate those victories. Place that ankle on top of that thigh. Bend forward. Do what feels good for your body, but be proud of yourselves. Overachiever, you only need about 30 minutes of exercise a day, and we did an hour, so we doubled that. We're rock stars. Remember that. All right. Bring that knee up to your chest. Place the foot on the floor. Like my shirt says, we are stronger than MS. So breathe in, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale it out, show those muscles, and know that you are stronger than MS or whatever you are walking through. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. See you back next time.